Alright, my name is Leslie Williams. You can see today's date is July 12th, 2012, Thursday. Okay, you can clearly see it by this cell phone. Thursday, July 12th, 11:54 a.m. Okay, hang on. Okay, you can clearly see that it's July 12th, Thursday, 11:54 a.m. I'm in San Diego, California, and my name is Leslie Williams. And I'm getting ready to head out, and I'm gonna be. I was gonna be going to social services today, but I had to do a lot of administrative work when I got up. And so what I'm gonna do instead, I'm gonna go there tomorrow, which will be July 13th, 2012. And the point I'm trying to make is that, so today what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to Friars Mission Center, and I'm going to get some batteries, some Hall's Mentholyptus, and I might take a look at some tape recorders. And so what we're going to do is we're going to see if any problems transpire towards me along any of my routes. This includes walking routes, even including using a shopping cart if I'm harassed by any California law enforcement, San Diego Police, California Highway Patrol, or Sheriff's Department, or the security of Friars Mission Center Plaza. And this includes in reference to me using a shopping cart along any of my walking routes today, which are only 2 separate 6-minute walking segments in reference to using a shopping cart. Now, if I am harassed by anybody, a customer, employee, management of any business over at Friars Mission Center, and it doesn't matter if I'm in the business or having a cigarette break or a water break outside of the business, understand this and be clear. It will literally be the direct concerted effort of this organized gang stalking expedition that's happening towards me in San Diego, California. I'm literally subject to 2 organized gang stalking tactics along all of my routes in San Diego. And what they're doing, and they're using the business community as well. And all you gotta do is go to Google and type in organized stalking or gang stalking into community notification to see how that's expedited. You can go to YouTube and type in listen to a stranger. That's how that shows in part how they can get innocent people in the community to harass a target for them. And so I'm predicting it right now. For the next 30 calendar days on any date that I'm over at Friars Mission Center or Hazard Center Ultrastar Movie Theaters or Jack in the Box or any other darn business I go to in San Diego, including Walmart, Stonecrest Plaza, Target's over by Mission Valley 7, any business I go to, it doesn't matter where, because understand this and be clear. I am literally subjected to what is known as organized gang stalking tactics by business employees, management, and people coming in acting as customers. And I'm going to guarantee to you right now, whenever they stage an incident, no matter what it is, they're going to blame me for it. They're going to accuse me of being a problem in the past, and they're also going to get security to ban me. And the police might also be called as well, and they might come out and arrest me. Because this is the reason why these staged incidences are staged to begin with, okay, in order to be able to literally frame the result of the incident. They're called street theaters and gang stalking expeditions or organized stalking expeditions. I strongly suggest you go to YouTube and type in Leslie Williams, the organized stalking, the Informer report, and you'll clearly be able to see that I'm not only being recognized on the internet in reference to organizations that advocate and expose gang stalking expeditions and advocate for targets. Forbes magazine published one of my petitions that I went on their magazine website and posted one of my petition URL addresses in a comments feature, and they posted it online for me. Now, what I want you to understand is that also Harley Davidson has, so has the 501 Parachute Company, so has a USD professor over at USD, a professor in communications who specializes in videos and images. He posted online the altered video MTS sent me of me being assaulted on the MTS bus, in which that assault was predicted 11 days before it happened in an email file, and you can view that assault and the email file that's in the comments feature of the video by going to YouTube and type in learning disabled woman brutally assaulted on MTS bus. Now, I'm in San Diego, California, and I'm a target of this crime, and what it is it's organized crime in the system. You can go to Google and type in a gang stalking tactic, everything you need to know, and you can clearly be able to see that a manifesto of a manager of organized stalking crews. He went offline, typed in who they are, who they're connected to, how they operate, and what they're about. He clearly states that the judges are involved in this shit, lawyers, doctors, psychiatrists, and You know, just read it and use it as a template reference. Now, you can also go to Google and type in organized stalking space universities, and you'll get 7,600,000 responses. I'm not 7,600,000 people, and haven't wrote 7,600,000 blogs. So you can see that these expeditions are factual realities, okay? And they will do anything and everything they can to protect the people they get to harass me, including businesses, the management, the security, employees, and people coming in acting as customers. And since targets of this crime are subject to remote neural monitoring, if a target's processing where they're going to go, and they have people placed in these businesses that they're thinking about going to before the target even arrives on the scene, and then they use the excuse, I don't know what she's talking about. How can you be stalking her? I was here before she even got here. Because remote neural monitoring is being used to monitor a target neurally, and if a target thinks to themselves they're going to go to a place, the person who's monitoring the monitor literally puts these people at the place the target's thinking about going to. This is literally how it operates. I suggest you go to YouTube and go to the YouTube channel Organized Stalking 3. They recently just did a video about remote neural monitoring. Understand this and be clear. It was posted on June 30th, 2012. Remote neural monitoring is all over YouTube and Google. And when you see, if you go to Google and type in gang stalking or organized stalking and remote neural monitoring, look at how many Google generated responses you'll get to that description alone. And you'll be able to see that this technology is used hand in hand in organized gang stalking expeditions. So if anything ever happens towards me, about me, concerning me, around me, or against me, at any business I go to, especially within the next 30 calendar days, or any of my walking routes, trolley stations, bus stops, bus routes. I don't give a shit what day it's on, what time of the day it's on, or who's involved in the incident, or who's involved as far as using as far as the witness goes. Because these people, when they stage these organized gang stalking street theaters, they will also stage the witnesses as well. Because the whole goal, the reason why they stage them to begin with, is to point the finger at the target and blame the target for the incident. It's called reversing a situation they create. Okay? So I'm here to tell you today. Today I'm going to be going to Friars Mission Center. I'm going to be going to CVS, maybe Ralph's. I'm going to leave from there and walk over to Hazard Center Trolley Station, where I will then be going to SDSU. If any problems happen any place I go today, it doesn't matter if it's SDSU, the Green Line trolley route to SDSU, or the one taking it to come back to Hazard Center, at Hazard Center Trolley Station, whether it be while I'm waiting to go to SDSU, or when I'm getting off the Green Line trolley coming back from SDSU and get off at Hazard Center, it will be the direct concerted effort of this organized stalking expedition. I mind my own business every single place that I go to, okay, and I do nothing illegal whatsoever, okay, and my behavior is appropriate for each and every environment that I'm in and for the whole duration of while I'm there. So if any problems transpire concerning me, about me, towards me, around me, or against me, and I don't give a shit who they use or how many people they use, okay, it will be the direct concerted effort to either ban me from businesses, ban me from trolleys or trolley stations or bus stops or bus routes, okay, or SDSU or any other university I go to like UCSD. These are the types of literal expeditions they engage in towards targets in order to break them down and to also ban them from places in order to keep them constantly running to other places they got to go to get their needs met. It's all about wearing the target down mentally, physically, financially, emotionally, psychologically, physiologically. And this is literally what organized gang stalking expeditions are all about, period, okay? And the end resulting motivation that was attached to the original, the end resulting aspiration that was originally attached to the original motivation, which is nothing but human trafficking, sexual servitude rings, prostitution rings, and insurance fraud, and taking over the target's monthly Social Security check, through the end result of why all these incidences are staged to begin with. Because as a result of these incidences being staged, the police come as a result of them being called, either by the target or by one of them, and they come out and file a false police report. They eventually also start petitioning the target into the hospital, where they're deliberately diagnosed with false mental diagnoses, and when their insurance is built on hundreds of thousands of dollars. And when you read the manifesto, you'll clearly be able to see that doctors are all over it. Psychiatrists, regular doctors. You know, it's just almost mind-boggling what they put targets through just to make money off the insurance fraud and the taking over a target's property and finances through syndicated probate attorneys and judges. That's where the police officers will also come in contact with the target to arrest them after a staged incident, to file false police reports, because that's used also in conjunction with the falsified mental diagnoses. Google organized stalking and gang stalking to corrupt county mental health, social services workers, psychiatrists, doctors, psychiatric floors, jails. Now, you wouldn't believe how they're literally just tearing targets' lives down and doing everything they can to them to break them down, to get them into places where falsified documentation can be achieved in order to bilk Medicare, in order to falsify documentation that's eventually going to be brought between a probate judge and a probate lawyer, where they then petition the target, petition the state to take legal custody of the target in order to take over their finances, to exploit their Medicare on a regular basis, and to exploit the target sexually. That's what this is all about, period. And my name is Leslie Williams. So if you Google extensively all the descriptions that I've described to you in reference to retail stores, restaurants, grocery stores being used for organized stalking expeditions, universities, social services workers, doctors, police officers, when you Google all these descriptions of employment and places, and cross-reference them to organized stalking or gang stalking, you'll clearly be able to see, just by the accumulated amounts of Google generated responses to each description, that statistically what I'm saying is totally 100% true. You'll get 7,600,000 responses from Google just by typing in gang stalking or organized stalking universities. Yeah, literally. Don't put a space between organized stalking and university. Just type in at Google organized stalking space universities, and you'll literally get 7,600,000 responses. I gotta live this way every single day, and I'm harassed through over physical gestures and direct conversation tactics everywhere I go, along all of my routes. And I'm gonna tell you another thing too. Before I go to these places today, I'm telling you right now, today, at this time, which is, hold on, where's my cell phone at? I'm showing you what time and what today's date is right now. Okay? Alright? Today's date is July 12th, 2012. Okay? And the time is 12:05 p.m. Okay? And I'm telling you, before I get to any of these places today, when I get there, in the background environment, which a digital tape recorder is going to be running, let's see how many times I hear, oh my god, crazy, weird, gang stalking, gang stalker, or my god instead of oh my god, or oh my instead of oh my god, or stalker instead of gang stalker, or gang instead of gang stalker, repeated around me in my environment. And I'm stating these statements to you in a totally separate environment at a totally separate time period. So if these things are being said around me in my environment, they're called direct conversation tactics, where they constantly repeat phrases and words and statements, okay, around a target. And this is done to make a target feel stalked, and to constantly keep a target's mental attention on them and what they're doing, okay? And this is how a target feels harassed as a result. It's called audio and visual anchoring. They also engage in certain physical gestures that they form. They associate. They sensitize the target to certain physical gestures, like putting your hands to your face like this, or the finger like this, or going like this, or going like this, or going like this, or going like this. Yeah, and they constantly repeat this everywhere a target goes. Okay, through exits and entrances of businesses, while the target's in an aisle in a business or in a restaurant or a movie theater, and they subject a target to these physical gestures and direct conversation tactics constantly. It's nonstop to keep a target mentally attentive to what they're doing. Okay, and this keeps a target in a constant mental circular loop in reference to the repetition of how many times they experience it throughout the day. It's nothing but torture, mental torture. Because say if like you're sitting on a bus and somebody gets on a bus and you're on a bus route for an hour, and somebody gets on the bus and repeats the word gang stalk, I don't know, say if they get on the bus and repeat the word oh my god 50 times in 1 hour. 50 times in 1 hour? That's more than one time per minute. Oh no, actually it's not. It's, you know what I mean. The point is the repetition, because the whole goal is to keep you mentally responsive to what they're doing everywhere along all the target's routes. My name is Leslie Williams. I think you better Google and YouTube what I'm talking to you about. These are called sensitization tactics. I gotta go. I'm in San Diego, California, and I'm a target of this crime, and I'm here to tell you today the San Diego police are directly involved in it.